Premier Racing Setups is the longest-running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Well, good Wednesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of a special event tonight from the Midwest Truck Series group, the Rowdy Busch Memorial, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Hello, Miss Jane. Welcome to the chat. Boys are going to get out here and run about 100 laps. Memorial race for the late, great Kyle Busch, a legend, NASCAR legend. Hello, Mr. Bill. Doing it in hopes to raise a little bit of money for bundleofjoy.org. So if you want to drop by and make a donation, go over there, bundleofjoy.org. Tell them in the notes that you saw Midwest Truck Series on the Dirt Racing Network are running a memorial race. It compelled you to make a donation. If I had some kind of magic voodoo, I'd get you all to do it, but right now I'm just going to ask nicely. A lot of Kyle Busch paint schemes out here tonight. If you are familiar at all Most of the trucks that I'm showing you, you've seen him in either a truck or a car that looked pretty much like what you see here right now. Couple of guys electing to do different trucks. Some guys still running their regular stuff. I mean, this guy right here, promoting the series. This series is going to kick off in about 2 weeks. I think the 20... What is today, the 10th? 24th or the 7th? I don't know. Let me go look. I know I looked it up yesterday, but I'm old and I forget things. Sorry. It just happens. Where is the current schedule? Here we go. July 1st. July 1. They kick things off at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the big track. And then these boys will be pulled into a battle royale with the Digital Sim Racing League guys on July the 7th in the League v League challenge. And then they'll go to Dover the very next night. A lot of drafting, big fast track, a lot of room to roam here. We'll see a lot of pack racing. So. Last show for us this week. We'll be back next Monday night. It's Road Course Week over for DSRL. Trucks will go to Lime Rock Park on Monday night, and then the Stock Car Series will head for Road America on Tuesday night. And that will get all of their road racing action out of the way for the season. They'll go back to oval racing to finish out the season. So, it's going to be a lot of fun for those guys. We hope. We hope. All right, now qualifying is about to happen. Just heads up. Go run what you brung. Go get what you got. And see what you can do about putting yourself in a good spot to start this thing. That's pretty important. Having a good starting position here is keeps you out of the dirty air, keeps you, out of mid-pack where anything can and usually does happen. So a lot of drivers already on the time clock. It's Garrett Boyd out here. We'll watch him for a second, and then we're going to jump over, and we'll probably watch a little Mike Forstner, a little Kevin Spaulding. Boyd close to being the first guy to take time. I'm pretty sure he will be the first. 30.300 seconds for him, and Harley Barletta, 30.333 seconds. Mike Forstner failed to score a time on his first lap, so he's going to have to rely on lap number 2 to get a time in. I do not see an Adam Vinny. I saw Kevin Spaulding on lap 1. Spaulding is 7th quick. Mackey, 30.222. Todd Cleek at 30.232. They both best. Garrett Boyd. Michael Everett up to 4th quick now. And Forstner up to that 6th spot. Here comes Kevin Spaulding. Brad Ebel to 7th. Spaulding 9th till he crosses the line. Does it move him? It does not. Yes, it does. 6th. Just eked it out to move up to 6th. And Vinny now coming across. He's going to get on the clock here. We've already got a driver, Frank Chavez, on the clock. Hello, Mooney Bell. Doing fine, doing fine. Adam Vinny, first time around, 10th quick. He'll bank on his second. Usually does. Very rarely is he a one-and-done driver. He has got to go quite a bit faster here. 33.9. He needs about 2/10. It looked smooth. It looked quick. Is it? Vinny. No pickup. 30.34 his lap. I'm going to go with he nicked the fence down the backstretch. Ryan Camba. Hey, AJ. Todd Keir with a monster lap. I didn't even see him on the racetrack, and the 88 truck goes 30.213. Currently has the quickest time. Camba, P5, all the way up to P5 from about 12th or 13th. So Todd Keir picking him up and putting him down. He is 5/1000ths of a second faster than Brandon Mackey. Cleek just a tiny bit behind Mackey, and then Callis, Camba, Scott. Boyd, who had it up front after his first lap, ends up 7th. Everett, Barletta, Spalding, Chavez, Vinny Forstner, Ebel, and Smith. Limited field here, and I'm kind of surprised by this. This is the normal night for this group, and a lot of guys not here racing. So you're watching my favorite game. Mooney, you are watching my favorite right now. We're just waiting for the time to run out. Sure, there's a quick driver's meeting going on. Remember to go to bundleofjoy.org, make a donation, and let them know that you saw the memorial race with the Midwest Truck Series guys right here on the Dirt Racing Network. All right, let's take a look at our starting lineup. It is Todd Keir in the 88 truck with the pole here tonight. Brandon Mackey, the 99 on his outside. Row 2 on the inside will be the 45 of Todd Cleek, and then Coy Callis in the 2 on the outside. Now, some of these guys will not have the correct number on the side of the truck, and that is just because they are running specialized paint schemes, and they kept the number that was on the scheme because it's a verified paint scheme. Ryan Camba, the 204. Jonathan Scott, the 51, make up a row number 3, inside and out. And then inside row number 4 is the 21 of Garrett Boyd. And he'll have Michael Everett in the 8 truck on his outside. Harley Barletta in the 81. He's inside row 5 next to Kevin Spalding in the 25. So we move into row 6. It's the 23 of Frank Chavez on the inside and the 64 of Adam Vinny on the outside of that row. Mike Forstner in the 69, row 7 to the left, and Brad Ebel, his partner in that row in the 56. And Outback Jack tonight, the 6 truck of Greg Smith. And Mr. Smith has a 51 truck. You can see the 51, the 56 right there. And then the 18, which is really the 1 truck of Adam Vinny. You move up. There's Kevin Spalding and Harley Barletta. We'll go up here to, let's go to Coy Callis and Todd Cleek, and then Brandon Mackey on the outside of the front row there. So it's 100 times around. Ow. Oh, that hurt. Oh. Getting old is painful, folks. Try to avoid it. How is everybody doing? Anybody got bad weather? Just coming out of bad weather? About to get bad weather? I know some of the people up in Wisconsin that kind of blew through there. I don't know how bad it was. And I think you're going to get some more before the weekend. So you have that to look forward to. All right, we're about to go green. 100 times around. Little memorial charity type event. Kyle Rowdy Busch Memorial. Pace car is out of the way. We're in the start zone. The green flag is in the air. We'll see how rowdy this bunch gets. Out of turn number 2, up on the high side, Brandon Mackey was able to build a little momentum. He'll shoot himself out to the point. They're 3 wide for third place. Keir, Cleek, and Jonathan Scott were side by side by side. They're still 3 wide as we get to the start-finish line to complete lap 1. And it's just kind of a host of trucks. Ooh, a little contact. Todd Cleek got into the left side of Harley Barletta there. Adam Vinny carving it from the bottom to the top. Brandon Mackey, Todd Keir, Jonathan Scott, 1, 2, 3, and Mackey's out there just a little bit. Coy Callis sitting there in the 4th spot. Adam Vinny now up to 5th. Now moves to the inside. He'll take the spot away from Callis right there. Moves himself to 4th. Camba tucked in line right there behind. And then Barletta and Boyd. I said there'll be some drafting, and you can see the trucks trying to move around, find clean air. And they get a run in that empty air pocket right behind the truck in front of them. Barletta was able to pull alongside Camba. Barletta clears. Now Boyd is beside. Truck dove out of line back there. Greg Smith dove to the bottom to try to get around Todd Cleek. Garrett Boyd looks like he is going to clear Ryan Camba. Go back up front. You can see the gap, 1st to 2nd. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are pretty close together. Mackey just wants to clean air on the nose of the truck. Scott still hanging in 2nd, then Keir. He's got a mirror full now. Vinny to the inside. He'll take 3rd spot. Started 12th, now runs 3rd, and we are just now 8 laps in. Go back here a little deeper. Callis, Barletta, Boyd. Then it's Kamba and Ever. Excuse me. Mike Forstner picking up 3 spots here in the early going. He's going to run inside that top 10. Greg Smith from the back of the field up to 11th. He's trailing Everett and Forstner right now. Cleek and Spalding side by side. Then Chavez and Ebel rounding things out. Let's go back up front because it's about to get spicy at the front of this race. Adam Vinny pushed Jonathan Scott up to the 99, then ducked out a line, and he's going to try to leave him hanging. Got in behind Mackey and packed the air on the rear spoiler. Mackey had to chase the truck up the hill, and Adam Vinny now will go to the point. Jonathan Scott looked to the inside, and all Vinny's going to do is go down there and get dirty air on the nose of that truck. So 11 laps in, and Jonathan Scott appears to be having some sort of problem because he is starting to fade very quickly back here. It's all the way back to 5th. He's in danger of losing that because Callis went to the high side. Boyd thought about going through the middle and then thought better of it. All right. Had to send a message out there, folks. You'll see it in all of your channels, wherever you're at. We are watching the 51 of Jonathan Scott. He is now back to 12th. He was 2nd, battling for the lead about 4 laps ago. And now the 51 on a little bit of a backslide. So we're going to go back to the front because Brandon Mackey now right up to Vinny, dipped inside, and he's going to go after him again. Vinny going to get down here and push him into the corner once again. Mackey around the high side, got it to stick, and he is going to hold on to that lead. Harley Barletta now up here to 3rd. 3 completely different lines through turns 1 and 2 right there by the top 3. Todd Keir still 4th. Coy Callis was at the front, now back to 5th. He was about 3rd or 4th a little bit ago. He was up there trying to battle those guys. He made a move to the high side. I don't know if he maybe got his tires a little warm. But he has settled into 5th, and now he's got Garrett Boyd to deal with. Here comes Mike Forstner. And Greg Smith has been trailing Boyd and Forstner through the field. He lets them open the door. And then he just kind of squirts his way right through there. And he has just been following them through. He is trailing until we get into the corners. And then he'll go high if Forstner goes low and vice versa. Then they come right back together. Now he's got to run down the back stretch. He's going to have to take advantage, and you do that. If you get a run, you got to take it because it may not come again at all or for a very long time. So when you get a chance and a big run at somebody, you go ahead and make the pass. So they're going to go back to the front because Mackey is still out in front. And now Harley Barletta is starting to pester the 18 truck of Adam Vinny. Okay, I feel like that's a bot because you've already asked me that. We may be shutting our Twitch streams down, folks. I keep threatening. I'm just too lazy to do it. All right. We are about to be 20% of the way through this thing. Brandon Mackey has been in control for all but a couple of laps here. Adam Vinny drove from 12th all the way to 2nd. He had the lead for about 2 laps. And now Harley Barletta is trying to work his way through. Barletta started 9th. Runs 3rd, and he's trying to get around Vinny, and Vinny keeps putting the dirty air on his nose. Todd Keir comfortably into 4th. Garrett Boyd is up to 5th. Then Greg Smith from 15th to 6th right now. Coy Callis, Mike Forstner. That's 8th place. Ryan Kemba and Kevin Spalding, 9-10. Everett, Ebels, Chavez, Scott. Remember, Jonathan Scott started up front, battled for the lead momentarily, and then has just been steadily going back. He's 14th now behind Chavez. And then Todd Kleek, who started 3rd in this race, has done nothing but backslide since he got there. But it's 1.1 seconds for Brandon Mackey. He's the beneficiary of this battle right here. Barletta and Vinny, and both of them, just like a bulldog with a bone. They're letting the two behind catch up. Oh, big time tap. Boyd and Keir out of 4, and I think Keir's truck got a little loose, and he chased it around, and he got into the right-hand door of the 21 of Boyd, shoved Boyd down onto the apron. They're all both able to continue. But Keir a little bit off the pace now, just a tick, as Greg Smith looks to take that 5th spot away. 15th to 5th in 25 laps would be pretty monumental. Be a great run. That battle still going on for 2nd. Barletta just cannot get by Vinny. About a half a truck length, but Vinny is going to have momentum. Now, that is all going to change when Boyd gets to these two, and he picks a line to help, whether it's the high line or the bottom line. That's the driver that's going to just have a decided advantage, especially down the straightaways. Barletta still not able to clear, but now Boyd is in the draft of the two in front of him. He goes right to the white line. Vinny through the middle and Barletta around the top. This is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. 1.9 seconds now behind the leader. Todd Kleek to pit road. He is coming out now. Just came off of pit road. Couple of laps down. But under green flag conditions, that is going to happen. It's 5 seconds from 1st to 14th. It's 2 seconds from first to second, so it's only 3 seconds from second to 15th, and that's a pretty good group. Now Barletta takes a peek. Inside, can he clear and slide across the nose of Adam Vinny? And I think he's got it done this time. Boyd still lurking there in that 4th spot. And now Greg Smith is starting to get close enough to feel the clean air. The pocket of air that comes off the back of the truck. It's bad when you're, truck around. That's Coy Callis. Oh, and he got clobbered by Frank Chavez, and we're going to get our first caution. Up the backstretch, Forstner and Callis. Yeah, we're going to have to go and watch this one just again. We're going to back it up a little bit here. That's what we're going to do. He's okay till right there. And then he got clobbered. Chavez got clobbered too. So we'll see. We're going to have guys headed for pit road. There is no doubt. Two seconds erased. Just like that. Yeah, well, you know, I bet they were screaming for mercy. All right, Brock. Thanks for checking in, buddy. So everybody except for Todd Cleek, and Cleek is going to go and get behind the pace car. He's going to get a waiver around here, I'm sure. He should have been the lucky dog. And he will be. Mackey to the line first. Vinny, Barletta, then Boyd, then Smith, Forstner, Keir, Camba, Scott, Everett, Evil, Spalding. Still in the pit. I don't know what's going on with him. But Chavez and Callis. And let's go get us a look at front of that truck, heavily damaged. Definitely going to change the airflow over and through the front of that truck. So overheating problems could be part of. And then, left rear corner and a little spoiler damage. And I'll tell you, this guy looks okay, but yeah, this is Mr. Gomez. What happened to you, Kyle? Did you not get the update or something? Is that what happened? So there comes Chavez. There comes Spalding. Cleek is back on pit road, but he is back to one lap now. We've already gotten the 1 to go signal. So we are doubled up. 69 laps will be remaining when we take our green flag this time. Took a while for me to figure out why that wasn't showing up. You can't put weird character. Oh, Harley Barletta. Just a smidge early. And he got into the back of Mackey, but he did not jack the truck up, and he did not bend the rear end of that 99. But he is on it. And the 81 of Barletta now trying to go to the point. Got Greg Smith in behind pushing him, and that looks like the 21 of Garrett Boyd in that bottom lane as well. So Barletta, third leader of the night. And Greg Smith, if he can go worst to first before the halfway point, that would be interesting. He started 15th and he runs second now right behind Barletta. Garrett Boyd on the inside of both Vinny and Mackey. They were 3 wide for just a split second. Boyd got the left sides on that white line, and man, I thought that truck was going to come around that right rear corner. Stepped out pretty good. Not quite clear. And Mackey will be third again this lap. Up front, Greg Smith dipping to the inside on Barletta. And Greg Smith going to become the fourth leader of the race if he can hold on and get back to the start-finish line here. Mackey got clear of Boyd. Boyd got clear of Vinny. And in the space of 35 laps from 15th to 1st, Greg Smith now your new leader. There's Boyd, Vinny, Keir. I think that's Camba. Yes, it is. And Everett right there. Ebel, Forstner, Scott, Spalding. Looks like Chavez and Callis going to be done for the evening. Todd Kleek is back here. He's 1 lap down. Was 2 laps down. The upcoming season for the Midwest Truck Series on Wednesday nights, you're going to see that driver that's out front right now, Greg Smith, representing the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, Digital Sim Racing League. He's got new paint on the truck, and it is waiting for the season to start. He's out front. Barletta, Mackey, Boyd, Vinny are all here just tight together. As Mackey went way to the fence, and I don't know if that's going to work out for him or not. June 12th, huh? That's going to be Friday. 53? I thought he was way older than that. Thought he was about 102. Barletta now wants to lead back from Greg Smith. I said we'd see pack racing. This is what it looks like. They are all right there on the backstretch together, the whole field. And they're 2, sometimes even 3 wide. Smith keeps the lead, and Mackey made his way alongside Barletta momentarily. Going to the bottom in 1 and 2 gave Adam Vinny enough of a run. He got around Mackey. We're creeping in on halfway, guys. We are getting her done quick tonight. Greg Smith staying out front. We're single file through about 6th or 7th here. Keir and Kamba, the back of this group. And then it's a tiny gap. Here comes Forstner around Everett. Needs to make up about 0.6 of a second on the driver in front of him, which is Ryan Kamba. Quarter second between the driver out front, and clean air means so much. That's why everybody wants to get there and get it, because that clean air means you don't have to worry about the nose of your truck getting away from you in dirty air. Let's go on board here with the driver of the 21, Garrett Boyd. See what he's seeing in front. And you can see these guys. They're using the entirety of the racetrack. Mackey went in way on the bottom. He'll drift to the middle. That'll give Boyd momentum to pull alongside. Mackey thought he had enough of a run to get 3 wide with these guys. Side by side, Barletta and Vinny now for second. .45 laps in the books, 55 laps to go. Smith, Vinny, Mackey, Barletta, Boyd, Kamba, Forstner, Keir, Everett, Scott, the top 10. Ebel and Spalding still in the lead, lap 11, 12, and then Todd Kleek, 13th, 1 lap down. He needs another caution. That's all he needs, and not be in it. .4 of a second, and it'll close up. And then it'll open back up when Vinny gets up there, catches a little dirty air. Has to chase the truck up the hill. Right now, it looks like he's got the left side off in clean air, and he is going to close the gap a little more here. Pull that draft. Barletta and Boyd are still 4th and 5th. Or 3rd and 4th, I'm sorry. 3rd and 4th. Mackey slid back to the 5th spot. Was way out in the front when the caution came out, and has not been able to put that 99 truck back out there in the clean air. It looks like he is struggling right here. Clean air means everything. We are 2 laps from seeing the cross flags right now. While we're here, remind everybody to come back on Monday night next week on the 15th. Digital Sim Racing League's Monday Night Truck Series. Lime Rock Park, little road racing action for the truck guys. And then Tuesday night, the Stock Car Series. Go to Road America. That's the 2 scheduled shows for next week. If we come up with something else, we'll definitely let everybody know. And make sure, if you haven't already, like, share, and follow on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo. The battle for second starting to heat up once again as Barletta now alongside. And Boyd is able to pull up. He's going to make it a 3-truck battle. Big run for Boyd. Oh, boy. He dipped to the inside. The left rear tire said, I don't think that's very good. And he about wrecked it, but he did not give up anything. Stays right on the bumper. That was a great save. Man, that could have been disastrous. He could have hooked that thing right Mackey would have been there, and God knows how many of the other guys would have piled into that. He's got to run again. Had to think better of it as Barletta dipped left and made him give up that clean air. Now Boyd going to line up right behind the 81. I think it's too little too late. Vinny had too much of a run off the exit. I think if I'm the 21 truck, I may try to do a little mirror game there, and I may try to go right in the middle in turns 1 and 2, let the 81 go to the bottom. It looks like that middle has a whole lot of momentum down in 1 and 2. Let him stay beside here, slide back behind the 18, and then stay there on entry and try to run that line that neither one of them are running. You might be able to get the run on the exit. I don't think going to the bottom is the answer. All the momentum is coming out of the middle. These three battling has allowed Brandon Mackey to get back into this. Smith is 3/4 of a second ahead of these guys. On pit road, about lap number 29. So we have a little ways left to go before we got to pit again. And now Mackey to the inside of Boyd. Barletta to the inside of Vinny. They're 2 wide, 2 deep. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Mackey got in a little shallow and had to pedal the truck, so he is going to fall back off of the side-by-side battle with Boyd. And now Boyd got behind Vinny and pushed him through the corner. Can he use that momentum and get past Barletta? If he can stay there and make that run through turns 1 and 2, he'll have the 81 truck. He elects to go very wide here. Momentum out of the corner. He's got the draft of the 18 in front of him. And Boyd now will put himself to 3rd. Smith still a 2nd, 1.1 seconds. Almost now it's 1.2 ahead of Vinny. And now Garrett Boyd is going to look to the inside. That middle has just got so much more momentum, and you have to really pinch the truck off on exit down on the bottom, especially in turns 1 and 2. 3 and 4, it's not quite as bad. Now Boyd, door to door. And Vinny, with that high line run, is going to clear by half. He's got a push from behind Barletta. Saw what Boyd did a few laps ago, and now he's going to try to return the favor. Here comes Mike Forstner. He's gotten up to the back end of Mackey's truck. And Camba has followed him up there. So 7 trucks. 6 of them in a pack right here. 1.6 seconds for Smith. And I told you guys, clean air means everything. It really does mean a lot. As we watch Barletta and Boyd again. Boyd will have a little advantage on the top. If he can get Mackey to get up tight to him, he should be able to clear. And he'll just clear getting into 3, but I didn't think he had enough room to come down. He just said, I'm going. And he dropped it right to the bottom. Barletta's going to get back to that right rear corner. Mackey's going to push him up there. Boyd went into the middle, and he made Barletta go up high. They'll stay side by side. They almost touch each other down the backstretch. Now Mackey's going to jump up to the very outside against the outside wall for a second. And he shoved it in the middle. We're going to have a wreck. Yeah, we're having a wreck. Oh, boy. That's Garrett Boyd still trying to save that truck. He gets it saved. We haven't gotten a caution yet. Man, oh, man. So contact, we stay green, but it spreads these guys out, and we are no longer battling like we were. Smith 2 seconds ahead of Vinny. Vinny a half second ahead of Forstner. Then Barletta a half second behind that. And then it's a quarter second to Kamba, a quarter second to Mackey. Everett 7th, Spalding, Scott, Evil 10th. Todd Keir now taking that away as Evil has a problem. He caught the fence coming out of turn number 2. We're looking to see if he's got right side damage. He does. Definitely has right side damage. He may have broken suspension on that truck. Looked like the toe out on the right front. That thing was pointed way outside. Garrett Boyd now needs a caution to catch back up. Right front of that truck got a lot of damage, and the right rear does too. That truck is not going to handle well now. But 2 1/4 seconds from Greg Smith back to Adam Vinny. Now we're 36 laps from the end of it. Everybody's going to have to pit at least one time here. Oh, man. Well, that got pretty exciting. That happens in pack racing. A little touch, and the next thing you know, somebody's out of shape. We didn't get a caution, which surprised me. I thought we might get a caution there, but I think he was so far away from the racing surface that just wasn't deemed necessary. So we're going to get here Barletta and Forstner. It's 3 green trucks in a row. I tell you what, Harley Barletta is just worrying the rear bumper on the 60 line like nobody's business. He was inside, outside, up against, went to the outside again, and Forstner didn't let him phase the back of that truck at all, and he drove right up to Adam Vinny. He'll be side by side through 1 and 2. Barletta's going to try to dip it in and go 3 wide, and he's going to get that done. And Forstner didn't want any part of being in the middle of that. We're going to get back to 2x2 racing here. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That time Forstner right down on the right-hand door of the 81. He broke his momentum. They all drive right up to the bumper of the 18 of Adam Vinny. This is all going on nearly 4 seconds behind your leader, and Mackey got a huge run out of 4. He's not going to be able to parlay it into much. He'll get around Forstner, but I don't know if he's going to get Vinny. He may be able to get alongside coming off the corner. He will. There comes Garrett Boyd, who went to pit road. Said, I'm going to get the pit out of the way early here. And now, your leader coming in, and man, he was coming in hot. He's going to get it wound up. Mackey will take over the lead once again. But we will watch our leader in and out. Now we got to see Adam Vinny ducked off, and he'll roll onto pit road too. We'll see how long before Mackey and company feel like they can afford to stay out. Boyd is trying to get a lap back here. He's 2 laps down. There goes your leader. Brandon Mackey to pit road. That gives Ryan Camba the lead. Let's see, Adam Vinny rolling out. Greg Smith in front of him. That's Jonathan Scott behind him. Mackey, Barletta, Forstner, and Keir all on pit road. Ryan Camba now ducks off and heads to the pits, and that lets Kevin Spaulding get out front. So our 6th and 7th leaders tonight. Kevin Spaulding rim riding tonight, 30 to go. He's out front. That's Greg Smith right behind him. Spaulding not coming in. He did not duck that truck off. He's going to let Greg Smith get his lap back. Camba in and out. There's Everett. That's going to... Kevin Spaulding's the last of them. So there's Smith. And there's Vinny. And that gap is about 3.6 seconds. And the spread out as the field is now, we may not get a lot of racing. Mackey, 4th in line. Technically 3rd in the lineup once Spaulding ducks off. Then Barletta and Forstner. But everybody is so spread out, and we're watching Kevin Spaulding here. 25 truck. Trying to be good to the last drop, I think. He's got Adam Vinny bearing down on him. I don't think there's any chance he makes 28 laps. Yeah, he pitted on lap 29 like all the rest. So there goes Mackey. He's going to have to come in at some point. And he's not coming to the bottom of the racetrack. He may just be trying to nurse this thing home. I don't think you can make 71 laps. I just don't think it's possible. Lap times. Oh, yeah. About 1.8 seconds. That's only going to take about 15 laps, and the 51 truck will catch the 25. Or, the 51 truck. So 5 trucks back on the lead lap. Make it 6 as Forstner gets by the leader. It is 5.4 seconds from Smith to Vinny. But everybody's chasing this guy. Now he's closer to the bottom, but still not doing it down here in 3 and 4. 32.5. Giving up a lot. I mean, it's, 32-second lap, and it's already almost cut in half, and we still have 24 laps to go. 23 and a half, technically. Smith's second, Vinny's third, and Mackey is there to hound him some more. So the 99 and the 18 are going to go at it a little bit here. Vinny going to keep the pressure down on that right-hand door of the 99. Not going to give him an inch. No exit line for you. This time Mackey with a big time run out of turn 4. Up the backstretch, and Vinny's going to try to side draft, and he wasn't able to hang on to it. They're allowing Barletta to close in. And Kevin Spaulding went to pit road. Last lap, so he will join things back coming out. He's going to be 11th. And he's 1 lap down now. Greg Smith, 6.3 seconds ahead of Mackey and Vinny and Barletta. Barletta back there at that train of 3. And Spaulding rejoined right in between these guys. Spaulding with the fresh tires and a load of fuel. And now Mackey lets him go by. He's going to try to jump in behind and keep the draft. A lot of space to make up. I mean, it's 6 seconds in 20 laps. If it stays green, I don't feel like it's doable. And for Greg Smith, hard charger, worst to first, all the other little phrases and idioms that go with that. As he works around the damaged truck of Garrett Boyd. Boyd 9th and now off the lead lap, but the first truck a lap down, he'd have a chance to get the lucky dog. He was battling up in the top 4 or 5 for a long time. And a small mistake by another driver, and it ends up getting a couple of guys sideways. Boyd was the one that took the brunt of that. So now Mackey not able to keep up with Spaulding. Barletta got around Vinny. That's Todd Cleek. Cleek 3 laps down in 12th. Greg Smith picking it up and putting it down here tonight. Started 15th. Once he got to the lead, he has not turned it over except via the cycle of pits. And he has stretched it out to 6.3 seconds. I think Barletta and Mackey are going to battle over second and third here. They've distanced themselves by 2 seconds over Adam Vinny. Mike Forstner is going to get to the bumper of Adam Vinny. He's less than a half second now. That'll be a battle for 4th. As Smith will go by it at 16 to go. And Forstner is there. He's just going to be patient. He's just going to have to work on figuring out where he is going to pull out and try to go by that 18 truck. Now he'll dive to the bottom in 3 and 4. No fight at all out of the 18. Move Forstner up to the 4th spot. He needs to make up 2.5 seconds and 15 laps, and I'm afraid that is probably not doable. Greg Smith is keeping the gap, 6.2, 6.3. He is stretching it out over Brandon Mackey. 14 to go. Here comes Mackey to the stripe. Barletta right behind, and that's Todd Cleek right behind them. Once again, Cleek is 12th. Coy Callis back on the racetrack making laps. Frank Chavez is back on the racetrack making laps as well. The only retiree is Brad Ebel. So Chavez, they got the truck repaired, basically rebuilt. And the same with Callis. Here comes the 25 truck of Spalding, and he's trying to put himself back on the lead lap. He's 8th. And he'll go to the high side and go around Greg Smith. He's 14 seconds behind Michael Everett for a 7th place finish out of it, but on the lead lap, period, because this thing has been green since about lap 28 or 29. We had our last caution. Mackey and Barletta now starting to get a little spicy. A battle for second. Barletta goes by, but Mackey's not going to just roll over for that. These guys are 6.6, 6.7 seconds behind the leader right now. Mike Forstner closing the gap a little, but I just don't think he's going to get there. Then Adam Vinny still in the top 5. Ryan Camba, Michael Everett. There's Kevin Spalding. And then Greg Smith is right there behind Spalding. That's your leader. He's at 10 to go. It'll be 9 to go this time. So closing a lapse of this one. Barletta and Mackey maybe not done with each other just yet. It's still close. Mackey may just be trying to save a tiny bit of tire. Barletta was trying to take the air away and keep that lane closed at the bottom, and I don't know that Mackey was necessarily trying to take it. He just wanted a little clean air on the left front corner of that 99 truck. Now the gap's starting to open up a little bit as Barletta gives himself nearly half a second over the 99. And Forstner has started to slow. He is back to about 2.5 seconds. He had it down to about 2.2. Garrett Boyd and Todd Keir racing for position here. That'll be for 9th and 10th. Greg Smith about to come off of turn 2 and head down the backstretch. He'll have the wave lap. 5 fingers showing this time around. And he is just driving away from these guys. Now Barletta has reached the back end of Todd Keir in 10th. And he's looking at the 21 right in front of him. That's 9th place Garrett Boyd. And Brandon Mackey went to the high side. And Keir had that line covered. And Mackey's going to lose even more time to Barletta. 3 laps to go when he crosses the stripe. It's 7.5 seconds. And Brandon Mackey got back to Barletta. Got him on the high side. He's going to take second back away from the 81. Barletta just a brush of the fence there coming out of 4. And now Mackey will get to the rear bumper of the 21 of Boyd, and he'll go way wide. Boyd drops to the bottom. Two to go. This looks like a 51 truck kind of race anyway. When Kyle Busch was driving that truck, he used to do stuff like this, drive away from the field and just be gone, not to be seen again. Let's go back because the white flag will come out this next time by, but it's about 4 truck lengths between Mackey and Barletta, and Boyd is staying right there. White flag for Greg Smith. This is for second and third. Final time up the backstretch for Greg Smith. In the 51, he'll dive into 3 and 4. If he can keep it running and all 4 tires stay up, he is going to win the Kyle Busch Memorial for the Midwest Truck Series. Greg Smith to victory lane tonight here. Mackey's going to hang on for second. Barletta third. Mike Forstner fourth. And Ryan Camba's going to get around Adam Vinny in the last corner. Camba's going to come home with the top 5. Vinny, Everett, Spalding, Boyd, Keir, Scott, Cleek, Callis, Chavez, and Evil will be the running order at the end of this one. We'll grab a couple of drivers. We'll try to have a little bit of a convo with them. A couple of teammates. He was here, and then he was gone. And now I can't find him. But I'm looking for Greg Smith, and I'm sure that he'll come back. I hope he comes back. Oh, there he is. We'll drop him in here now. Let's get ready. As his teammate is in there giving him a little push around and out of the way, or whatever he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. Harley Barletta, you there, buddy?
Yeah, dude, I'm out of fuel. I had to have Mackey push me.
Oh, I see. Well, you battled your teammate the whole last run there, and you had him. Did you notice you were getting short on fuel or something and kind of had to pedal it a little bit? That's how you got by?
No, we got hung up in that lap traffic, and I got aero blocked by a lap car there, and it kind of screwed me. But the whole race was fun, running with Mackey and Vinny. That was a lot of fun racing going on there.
Well, you know, we see the real tree stuff on the truck, and we know what tonight means, man. Anything about this memorial mean something special to you?
It means something special because, Kyle Busch was awesome. I spent my entire time watching NASCAR hating Kyle Busch, and then this happens, and it's like, oh my God. What?
We got to appreciate talent when it's there. I was not a huge fan myself, and mostly it was just because of his attitude. If he didn't win, he was kind of a jerk. But as he got older, he started to mature, and I saw all that kind of mellow. The last 3 or 4 years, it really kind of was pulling for him, praying that he'd start to get on a win streak again. It just never materialized.
Yeah, as soon as he fell with RCR, I was like, okay, let's see what happens. Goes and rips 3 wins. I'm like, okay, maybe I kind of like Kyle Busch.
Yeah, long career, a lot of wins. He did a whole lot of things, and with him and his wife having the bundleofjoy.org charity thing, that was a great thing that they got started, and I know that she intends to continue that. But man, this was kind of a fun, awesome race. You guys got to go under the lights. We had a couple of early cautions, and then a big, long, about a 70-lap run there at the end, and the field kind of got spread out.
Yeah, I slid through my pit box there going in, and then Mackie and Vinny got ahead of me, and I caught up to them. Gregory, he done just destroyed us. I don't know what happened there, but he was gone. Like, we were battling for second for the longest time, me and Vinny, and then he was just gone.
Well, he was in that 51 truck, and we got used to seeing that 51 truck decimate the fields in the truck series when Kyle would crawl into it. So maybe a little magic in that truck.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, Kyle was here tonight watching this. He loved every second of it.
All right, man. Well, an awesome run, man. I know you guys can't wait for the next 2 or 3 weeks to go by and get the season started, but give me some shout-outs, some thank yous tonight, and I'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, sure. Big shout out to Secure Lift, Midwest, the Dirt Racing Network, and Kyle Busch's family. I hope you all are doing okay, and I wish you the best.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you on July 1st when we kick things off at Indy.
Yeah, we're excited, bud. We'll see you later.
Harley Barletta finishing third here tonight in the Kyle Busch Memorial. And now his teammate in the 99. And at the beginning of this thing, it looked like Brandon Mackey was going to run away with it. What happened, buddy?
Oh, I had a bad restart after that first pit stop, and I let some guys get by me, and clean air is king here, and just kind of abused my tires, that second set of tires a little bit, so I wasn't able to get back up there, and then the green flag cycle hit, and was just kind of too far back at that point to make up any distance. And being around those guys, we were racing hard for those positions, so just made it that much harder to catch Justin up there. So.
Yeah, we see the Kellogg's on the side of the truck, and I asked your teammate the same thing. With this being the Kyle Busch Memorial, there's a lot of special here, but is there something that stands out special to you about what this represents?
I think it's just the community that racing is as a whole, whether it be iRacing or, the guys that get to do it every weekend. There's a special bond when you enjoy sport like this, and to lose somebody that soon, it's a tough day for the community. So we all just wanted to pay our respects to him.
Well, I told Harley, I thought, the 51 truck, we've seen that decimate fields in real life with Kyle Busch behind the wheel. Rowdy drove the 51 truck like he stole it every week. Maybe there was a co-pilot in there with Greg Smith, and that's why you guys couldn't catch him.
It could be. He could have channeled his inner Kyle, because he was definitely flying. Once he got out there, he was kind of set sail from us, and happy for him. It was a great thing. I had a fun time doing this. Enjoyed racing everybody. It was some hard racing there. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I mean, there's 5 or 6 of us battling for, I don't know, felt like 15, 20 laps there for second to sixth. So that was real fun, and it was just a fun thing to do. Like I said, pay our respects to one of the greats in the sport.
Well, you had clean air for a while, and you got way out in front. Clean air pretty important here tonight, wasn't it?
Oh, very, very. Like I said, that's king on these. A lot of these cars with the 1.5 miles, it's just you get that clean air. You don't got to worry about your nose. You can run the line you want to run. Just kind of gives you more downforce through those corners. You ain't got to deal with the truck ahead of you. So once you get out there, if you can stay out there, it's hard to get by.
All right, man. Well, give me a few shout-outs and some thank yous, and I'll let you get out of here and go celebrate with your teammate.
Well, like I said, I just want to thank Dirt Racing Network for putting this on. Roger, you broadcasting this, like I said, was a nice tribute to Kyle, and I'm sure he would enjoy everybody's support that he's had over the recent times, especially his family. So we all got him in our thoughts and prayers. Just the Midwest Truck Series, enjoyed being a part of this. Secure Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems for being a big sponsor for our league, and then the Dirt Racing Network. You guys do a great job covering us, and then all my guys over at DNF. It's always fun to race with everybody in this league week in, week out, and look forward to getting started back up here in a few weeks.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks. Congrats on the run, and I'll see you next week, but we'll see you back with Midwest here on the 1st of July over at Indy, buddy.
Sounds good. Hopefully we can make it back to back there on Mondays. See what we can do.
Awesome. See you next week, buddy. Thanks for chatting with us.
Have a good one, Roger.
Brandon Mackey, second tonight. We talked to him on the winner's step Monday night over at DSRL from Bristol. So he is having one heck of a week. But this guy had one heck of a night. He started all the way out back. And I got to ask first, worst to first, did you have some help in the cockpit tonight there, Mr. Smith? Because I feel like I've seen that 51 truck do this a number of times in real life, and you absolutely destroyed these guys tonight.
Well, something was on the old shoulder like old Rowdy fashion.
Yeah, it looked like Rowdy running that thing because he got out front in clean air and was absolutely gone. Pit stops didn't even bring him closer to anybody. Actually, I think you opened up the gap through pit stops. Heck of a run tonight there in that 51 truck.
Appreciate it, man.
Well, I got to ask then. Special feeling, special anything with this being the Kyle Busch Memorial. Any special Kyle Busch moment or anything special that you want to, share that maybe you're reminded of by coming out here and doing this tonight?
Yeah, I met my wife 13 years ago. She had 3 kids prior to us getting together, and she had a little 4-year-old boy when I met her. And didn't know anything about NASCAR, but our first trip to Richmond Raceway together as a family, my dude fell in love with Kyle Busch and was an 18 fan for life. And I'll be honest with you, man, it's just seeing someone's passion become involved with a sport that had no idea what it was, to see his eyes light up when he took the lead or he was watching him on TV with me on a Sunday. I mean, it's just surreal still looking at media, social media, Instagram, Twitter, all the things that it still doesn't feel real, to be honest with you.
Yeah, pretty shocking deal, but a good career, a lot of wins, and he did a lot of things in the truck. He put a lot of guys in positions to further their careers. He saw something in drivers sometimes some people didn't see, and he's put a lot of guys from the lower series, and some of them are running up at the top series. So overall, love him or hate him, he did a whole lot for the sport.
Oh, most definitely. He is the true definition of separating business from profession, and that shows with the rivalries he had on track with the same individuals that he brought up through the ranks racing his trucks. So just overall, a really good racer, and hands down, probably a legend, and that word's not said enough when you talk about him.
Well, an awesome job, man. You absolutely destroyed these guys here tonight. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a big win.
Yeah, first of all, Midwest Truck Series for putting on this little charity race here tonight. Secure Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems that allows this live to be out there for our fans and families to watch. And the Dirt Racing Network that obviously puts it on for us. You, Roger, do a great job with this broadcast, and look forward to next season. And if anybody is watching this, go over to bundleofjoyfund.org, make a simple donation, put in the comments that you saw it on Midway's series, and we'll go from next season, and hopefully you can take this momentum and put it forward.
All right, man. Well, I will see you next Monday over at DSRL, and then we'll see you in a couple of weeks back here at Indy to kick off the season, man. Congrats on the win tonight.
Sounds good, man. Have a good night.
Greg Smith picking up the win, true Rowdy fashion. Absolutely smoked the field, did it in the 51 truck, which is quite fitting, in my opinion. Great event, great race. Guys, go over there to bundleofjoy.org. Make a donation. Tell them you saw the Kyle Busch Memorial Race with the Midwest Truck Series guys on the Dirt Racing Network, and it compelled you to do so. And give generously if you do. Want to thank you for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. Without the awesome leagues that give us great racing on a nightly basis around here, there's nothing to cover. So a high five, a pat on the back to everybody involved in that. There we go. There's our burnout. Be sure to come back Monday and watch the DSRL guys as they twist it left and right over at Lime Rock Park, and then Tuesday night, Road America for the Stock Car Series. But until then, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side always facing down. Come back and see us as soon as you can. Good night, everyone.